what a weird week this was. um, you know, it's been wild. It's been a wild week for me. I, I, don't- I don't like. I'm still trying to figure all of this out, right? Still trying to balance everything, even though balance is a myth. It's a myth. You don't get to have every single aspect of your life in balance at the same time ever. It just doesn't work that way. But we got to keep trying, because at some point something has to give, right? Something's going to tip that plate over when you are just piling all the things on it. Let me start actually with this, because we have almost 1,000 new people in our squad, which is incredible. And I know that most of the new people came because of planner videos, which is what always happens. I post a planner video and I get this huge, insane boost. And then I start rethinking everything. Because if you are new here, I'm not really running a planner channel. Like, I'm sure that once you subscribed and, maybe you found me from the planning or procrastinating video, or maybe you found me from the 7 list video, whatever, you probably went and looked at my other videos and you're like, what is this chick doing? I'm doing whatever I want. And it's fun and we have a good time. And the people who connect with me as a person love it here. The people who continue to expect just constant planner content tend to get a little disappointed, because that's not what I do. And I feel like it's important to be honest about that up front. And on Saturdays, we do this. We do a Rebel Ramble, where I just sit down with my community and I say, this is what happened to me this week. These are the things that I'm struggling with. Let's commiserate about the things you're struggling with and talk about what you did this week. So Saturdays are just like a connection type thing. And I try not to have like visuals on screen. It's more talking head, because a lot of people will listen to my rambles while they're working around the house. So it's like a parasocial hangout, and it's just a good time. I sometimes do vlogs and I talk about ADHD and I talk about non-toxic productivity, and I'm kind of all over the map, and yet it's still cohesive, because I look at myself, regardless of our ages, as the chaotic big sister who gives you permission to be you. And that is my message with Rebel with a Plan. Be you, be weird, embrace your inner chaos gremlin, and do the things that light you up, in addition to doing the things that you have to do, because we all have things we have to do, and usually they're things we don't want to do. We have to keep our house in some semblance of cleanliness for our health and our mental well-being. We have to work to earn money to pay bills that we don't want to have to work to earn to pay, right? There are things we have to do. But there are non-toxic ways of going after those things, and that is what my channel is. My channel is embrace your chaos and find your joy while still getting your shit done. And that's the core of Rebel with a Plan. But when people find me, when videos blow up, they want more of that. And that is, I can't just produce. This isn't a television show. I am not an influencer. And I am trying to build a community. I'm trying to build a place that feels safe for everyone and is, wild and silly and chaotic and fun. And that's what I'm trying to build. And that is what I am going to continue to build, regardless of what my numbers tell me. And yet, when I have a planner video that gets to 5,000 views in 3 days, my inner productivity princess is like, ooh, double down. Ooh, do more of that, grow, 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 because I have to work to make money to pay bills. And when those are the things that are working and bringing in money to pay bills, it is hard to stick to the mission. But I'm sticking to the mission, because my mission is not actually make money, pay bills. My mission is build a community of kind, lovely, little bit crazy people who want to hang out with me a couple times a week. That is my mission. And I don't want to let YouTube dictate where I go. But I've struggled with that this week because I had 2 videos pop off, and they were both planner videos. Because we're coming to, is it November? I film these a day early so I make sure they get out, because if I wait until the Saturday morning, you'd never get a Rebel Ramble. So today is November 1st. It is officially planner season. And I know the planners start launching in June at this point now. And they start teasing and releases come. And I know that technically, I guess, planner season is like coincides with the start of the school season, right? But the end of the year for me is planner season. It is when I start looking to the next year, the goals I want to accomplish, and the way I want my life to look, and what planner I'm going to be using for the next year. That starts happening to me end of October, early November. So right now, I'm in a planner mindset, which is why I made 2 planner videos in a week. I am also very much struggling still with my planner system. This has been a lifelong thing. It's been a lifelong thing. I constantly struggle with my planner system because I am happiest in a bullet journal. Always have been. I always come back to a bullet journal. But sometimes I switch systems and I'm like, this is the best thing ever. Why have I never just used a notebook to make lists? Well, because I don't feel like decorating a notebook. And decorating is fun for me. Or, I don't want to... The notebook is lined and I don't like to have lines on a vertical layout, so I don't want to draw a vertical layout. It's ridiculous, the things that circle round and round and round in my head when it comes to my planners. But if you are here, you know that struggle, because we all struggle. And, and maybe you don't. Maybe you found the perfect system. Maybe you've been using a Franklin Covey since 1984 and that has worked for you and you will never ever change. You are a unicorn and I aspire to be you. I want to be happy. I want the elusive planner piece, right? It's what we chase. And I don't know that there's a single system out there that is going to give me what I want, because what I want is for my planner to do my work for me. That's what I want. I think that's what most of us want. We want to write it down and have it already be done. And it just doesn't work that way. And, I spent a lot of years in hustle culture, in, boss girl energy, and all of that nonsense that was huge pre-2020. Hustle and grind. And, I was putting out 20, 30, 40 romance books a year, which is why I have over 130 of them. And they're not all good. I'm not going to lie. Some of them are real good. Some of them are great. But I feel like my best books came later. My best books came when I stopped trying to rapid release and I just allowed myself to simmer in the story, to really get to know my characters, and my writing really blossomed at that time. Now I am in a place where I can't write at all, and it's very, very, very frustrating. But again with the crazy this week. So I don't even remember. I know I missed last week's Rebel Ramble, and so it would have been a couple weeks ago. I got a flash of an idea, just a little something. It's gone. I didn't want to scare it away, and I scared it away. It's gone. But this week, the same story has been sparking in my chest and in my head. And it is not remotely what I write. Not even a little. It is so completely in a different lane that I could not publish it as a Dakota Rebel book because it doesn't make sense. It's not a romance. And Dakota Rebel writes romance. And, there's not really rules, but you do train an audience or your readers or whatever to expect a certain thing from you. And when you stop delivering that thing, they leave. They're disappointed in you. And at the end of the day, that's your fault, not theirs. So I would have to start a whole new pen name. And that is daunting because the amount of work that goes into building a name as an author is outrageous. And as it is, like, yeah, I have 130 romance books and I've hit bestseller lists and it's been great. But my it's dwindled. It's gone away. Like I lost the audience. And I get spikes here and there when I remember to promo, but I don't have an income to run ads. And I've been published since 2008. And my newsletter list has 350 people on it, even though you get 2 free books when you sign up for my newsletter, and it's in the back of every single one of my books. And, I've done like book funnel promos, and I've done all the things that I'm told to do to build a newsletter list. And I have 350 people after how many years? 17 years of publishing. So I'm paying for a website, and I'm paying for a newsletter list, and I'm paying for a custom email address. For what? And it's like, okay, well, I'm really thinking of letting all those things go, of taking those bills off my plate, because I could use that money for different bills, right? Because it's not serving me. I'm not getting anything out of it, and I don't think my readers are either. No one goes to my website. Even the 350 people who are subscribed, 75% of them don't even read the newsletter when I send one. What am I doing? I am setting money on fire. But if I start a new pen name, what do? Do I build a website? Do I try to build an email, a newsletter list for that? Do I go through the work and the money of trying to start over? Or do I just write the book that's on my heart? Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to write the book that's on my heart, and I'm going to figure all that stuff out later. That's a given. I'm not going to do all the work and spend all the money up front, because that's just dumb. But the other part of that is that regardless of how popular I am now as an author, starting from scratch, I have nothing. Since it's not a romance, I don't even know what Facebook groups I could promote my book in. I don't know who I would promote my book to, except for you guys. And it's daunting, and it's so I need to let all of that worry go, though, because it's going to dull the spark for writing the book. If I let all these worries that come later mess with me, I'm never going to write the book, because I'm not going to want to deal with all this crap, right? So that was another thing that happened this week. I have a completely different story in a completely different genre that is lighting me up. And I'm going to write the book. I'm going to write the book. And, I get a lot of requests here to do author stuff. And I might do the occasional video taking you on the journey of what I'm doing with this book. Anytime I have done a writing video, nobody really shows up. Well, that's not fair. My core, my real show up, because you always show up for me. But the person who subscribed on Tuesday because they found a 7 lists, are they going to care? I don't know. And I'm not going to worry about that, because the people who love me will show up for me. And the people who only want planner stuff can stick around and just watch the planner stuff. And that's great. Did I mention that this is a ramble and I just talk? I just talk for 20 to 30 minutes on a Saturday. It's like, y'all are just my sounding, you're not just, that's a terrible way to put that. Y'all are my sounding board, and you help me work through these things, which is why we're building a community, right? So that we can help each other and talk through things with each other. And it's great. And it's helped me so much this year. It's been a wild year. It's not just this week. It's been a wild year. But this week has been especially crazy because all these things are coming up, right? I'm popping off a little bit on YouTube. I've got a story idea that doesn't fit with what Dakota Rebel writes. I've got, it's November and we're coming in the end of the year, and I still don't know what to do about my planner system, and I don't know how I'm going to get everything done that I need to get done, and I don't know I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I just spilled coffee all over myself. Hang on. So it's been a fantastic week. We've made some new friends, and that is always my favorite. And I have a story idea that I'm so excited to start running with. And I've been working on my November reset, which should come next week here. I haven't filmed everything because a lot of it's just boring, right? And plus, this reset is not just clean my house and take down my Halloween decorations. There's way more going into this reset than I've done for any reset before. Maybe FISO. This reset is more like FISO, kinda. We'll get there. You'll see it, you'll watch it, and it'll be great. But this is not just like a home reset. This is a mindset shift. And I mean, like, there is home stuff, obviously. I've rearranged things in my office, and I've done things. I'm planner shopping again, and it's just like there's so much stuff going on in my head that this reset can't just be watch me vacuum my living room again. And besides, you've seen me vacuum my living room dozens of times now. Maybe not dozens, but you've seen it. And then, we've got Vlogmas coming up, and I really want to do it. And I've got I've got so many fun ideas for December, and I think it's going to be really, really great. But there is prep work that goes into that I have to start doing in November. I have decided that I'm not going to upload on Sundays in December. I'm only going to do 6 videos a week instead of 7. And that's still a lot. But they're not going to be, they're not going to be 20-minute videos every day. They're going to be, just shorter, fun little videos. But to keep both of us from burning out, I'm not going to have uploads on Sundays. So it'll just be 6 days a week. Some will be, longer, regular talking head type videos, but most of them are going to just be fun, hang out with me while I do this specific thing. But fun things, not what everybody else does, I hope. So that's going to be super fun. And I've got my November. I think I know what I'm doing in November. I wrote everything down on a sticky note so I could move things around and see where they're most cohesive for what day they're going to go up. But, I got to outline those videos and think about what I want to say. And there's a lot on my plate. There's just a lot. And I'm excited about all of it. But it's very daunting. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to write a novel. It's a lot of work to outline and film and set up and do all the things that go into making, YouTube videos. And I want them to be the best that I can provide, but also be fun. And I want to connect with you more than I want to teach you shit. I don't know what I'm doing. So if you're coming to me for advice, you don't know me yet, because I don't know anything. But there's a lot of good things coming, and it's all kind of hit me this week. So it's been a crazy week. And we did, do some baking this week. We made cranberry lemon bars because I found the recipe and we want to make them for Thanksgiving. But I figured, we better test these first, because if they're not good, I don't want to make them, I don't want to add that to my Thanksgiving menu and have it just be more work and nobody even likes them. But they're phenomenal. Oh my goodness, they are so good. I posted the recipe in the recipe channel on Discord if you want to check it out. They're really, really good. They're a lot of work, but worth it. So worth it. And so that was fun. They were just unreasonably delicious. And let's see what else. We're going to make focaccia today. Bread. I bake bread. I bake bread 2 or 3 times a week. And it's just, it's nice. It's a stress reliever for me. And, we eat a lot of bread. So it's always good. And so that's been what's going on this week. Just making plans for how busy I'm about to be this month. So fun, good times. And I like being busy. I do. I enjoy it. And I think that's why back in the day I fell into the productivity pit, was because like, this is great. But it was so toxic and harmful, and it just, created a burnout cycle that was not good for me. So now when I'm busy, I am busy with purpose. I'm not busy for the sake of being busy. I make sure that when I am busy, I'm not just doing things, I'm doing things that move me forward. And I take a lot of downtime. Like I really do. And I know sometimes I come on here and I talk about, this is all the stuff I got done today. I work from home. I'm up at 5:30 in the morning and I go to bed at 9 p.m. There's plenty of downtime in between all the things I'm doing, which is how I can do all these things and not burn out. I make sure that I am making time for fun and for chaos and joy. Like all of those things are getting taken care of at the same time that I'm getting all of my stuff done. So I'm no longer toxic about it. But, sometimes there are days when I'm just fired up. So I got up at 5:30 this morning. I took a shower. I drank my coffee. I rearranged my office. Like I was moving furniture at 6:30 this morning because I was fired up about it, because I knew what I wanted to do. I knew that I moved the desk. Okay, I guess rearranging furniture isn't fair. I moved the desk because I wanted to change some ways that I film, and there was not a lot of space between my desk and the bookshelves that you never see on the other side of this camera. So I got up and I moved the desk, which also involved moving some more stuff in the closet because there was stuff hiding under the desk that I needed to put away. But some days are like that. Some days I'm moving furniture at 6:30 in the morning, and some days I am laying on the couch playing games on my phone until 10 a.m. It's balance, and it's great. Balance. There's that word again. It's as close to balance as I get. So, yeah, it was a great week. I'm so excited for all the community members who have joined us, and I hope that the new people will stick around and be nice and be kind. And I hope that, you guys enjoy all the things that I have coming up, because I think I've got some really good stuff, just I'm excited. And I feel like, was it even a month ago that I was on here like I'm stuck and I'm lost and I don't know what to do and I don't know how to move forward. And then like the fog lifted and I'm like, I know exactly how to move forward. I know exactly what I want, and I may not know how to get there yet, but I do know the first steps now. And that's exciting, because I was really, really scared 3 or 4 weeks ago. And now I'm pumped up. And, that could be a lot of things. That could be chemical imbalance. That could be ADHD. That could have been, it could have been anything, that caused me to feel that way then. And then lifted and lets me feel this way now. So it's good. I'm excited. And I'm excited to share all of these things with you, with my community, with my parasocial besties. Because every single day, you guys help me move forward, whether you realize it or not. And it's just incredible. It's incredible to think where I was a year ago with this channel and where we are now together. I couldn't be more grateful. I could not be more grateful for what we've built together. And we have built it together. This isn't just me sitting here talking to a camera. It's really not. And I never feel that way when I come to talk to you. And that's just the most precious gift I ever could have been given. And I'm so excited to keep moving forward with you. So I'm going to let you get back to your Saturday. I don't know. Once again, we're at the end of a ramble and I have no idea what I talked about. Planners and videos and shit. I don't know. But I'm so glad that you hung out with me for it. Because my rambles are my favorite. I love being able to just talk to you like we are human beings connecting on a human level. It's my favorite. So I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope that you have an amazing weekend, and I will see you on Monday. I love you. Bye.